you've got the Australian Energy Market Operator, AEMO, predicting that electric vehicles could be as much as 10% of the total vehicles on the road, and also representing around about 1.5 million vehicles on the road. There's some research figures from Energia that would say that electric vehicles could be up to 2.2 million vehicles on the road. Choice is pretty limited, and that's also impacted by a price point. Now, what'll be interesting is when you see Tesla in 2018, I think is when they're looking to bring out the Model Series 3. When you're looking at a vehicle at around about $50,000 or $60,000, now that's when it gets interesting. The energy ecosystem is really going through change, and there is an intersection between electric vehicles and I think the change in the ecosystem as we move to a much more distributed energy environment. Australia's got this massive fascination with the large vehicle, the idea of doing road trips. As I mentioned earlier, you've got a landmass that's much the same as the US, a tiny population, and people have this idea of a family road trip and going on long distances. Now, the reality is actually quite different. What you're seeing is that the average consumer will travel something between 14 and 15 kilometres a day. Whilst 90% of Australia's population live on the eastern seaboard of Australia, the idea of having vehicle infrastructure and charging infrastructure between the major capital cities is a problem that's being resolved and is being underway, and Tesla is at the forefront of that in looking to solve that infrastructure problem. I see all these things coming together, and the role that utilities can play in that is, well, where are they going to participate? Are they going to play a role in vehicle infrastructure and charging stations? Many are looking to do that. Are they playing a role in financing? Are they promoting electric vehicles as an alternative to the Tesla Powerwall or SunVerge as a battery? Maybe that's the way that they play in the electric vehicle market. I think also, as you start to think about electric vehicles as well and the role that they can play in being part of the connected home, I see that as also being a potential role that utilities can play as well, and being able to play a role of metering the charging associated with those individual vehicles.